the library. Or as the Oxford Dictionary says, a building in which collections of books, CDs, and newspapers are kept for people to read, study, or borrow.
I think the library is like a communal space for everyone to just get together, study, read, talk, just a hangout space.
Obviously is a place to store books, a place where you can sit down and read, but it's also a nice, quiet environment. Anybody can sit down at a table, put out their books, study, do their homework. You can really do anything in the library as long as you're not making noise, and it's a great place to do that.
I'll consider a quiet place where everyone can sit down and maybe read a book.
Books, like a place for just a collection of books, just, for everyone to have.
To find new and interesting books to fuel any questions you have, I suppose, or wonderings you have, to find information, I guess.
I consider the purpose of a library to be a place where you go to study or read books, just to get away from the world around you.
I think the purpose of a library is essentially the same as a museum, to hold knowledge that is still relevant to our day, but not as much so, I guess.
Libraries have been around for a while and date back to the 7th century BC. As the centuries went on, with the production of paper, great ancient libraries were created. The goal of ancient libraries were simple: to collect knowledge, learn from it, and use it to make life better. Important advances in agriculture, architecture, medicine, art, manufacturing, war, and more were all categorized and held of great importance. Without libraries, we would be in a very different place as societies. Fast forward to the 1990s. The influence of the internet brought everyone easily available and unlimited information at their fingertips. As the years pass, stats show that the engagement in libraries are decreasing. Physical libraries are considered expensive and tedious. All these developments have people wondering, are libraries still relevant?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think with the more resources that are available online, less people are inclined to actually get out of their house and go to a library because it's just so easily accessible online.
Everything can be found in a website or on some sort of place that's not typically a library anymore.
I think that libraries are still relevant, but I think that it is slowly decreasing very rapidly. I feel like a library is essentially more of a place for hipsters to bring their laptops and do their homework.
I kind of think they are, in a way, because ebooks are being they're such a trend now. Because I know literally my mom, my grandma, everyone reads a ebook now, which I think kind of destroys the whole purpose of a library.
Purpose of the library, it's multifaceted, really. Libraries become much more complex besides just the idea of doing just a place to do research and quiet study. It is indeed still that, but it's more than that. We're kind of moving them in 21st century mode into using all the different technologies. I mean, the idea is that it's a very vibrant space. We call it the hum of a library because we want to have the idea that there's always something going on here. There's active activities. It's a very, very community space, right? Lots of clubs and so forth. So I don't think it's really changed, really. It's again, it's always been a place for people to go to learn, to reflect, to have good conversation. But I think what's happening now is libraries are realizing that they have to kind of engage with people the way that people now engage with each other, right? So there's a lot more of the idea of digital media involved. I'm just the custodian of space. It's really your library, and that's, in essence, I mean, I do run it. I'm responsible for it, but really it is a space that's meant for the patrons of a library. It is for the students. So how do you want this place to be? How's it reflective of what kind of gets you excited to go down there and want to use this space, right? So that's kind of how I see it. It's about student voice. It's about, I'll say, democratic voice. Yeah.
So, are libraries becoming outdated? It depends.
I think the biggest purpose of libraries is just for people to kind of come together in a way.
As the times progress, so does the environments that we spend our time in, and libraries are no different. We've still got libraries full of this technology that we need to study, and it's great.
I don't think libraries are becoming outdated themselves. I think the materials in libraries are getting outdated. So I think it depends on whether the person running the library keeps it updated with what's going on recently and stuff like that.
Relevant or not, they are universal centers that provide access of information to anyone and everyone. Today's libraries understand the needs of the unique communities around them and strive to fulfill those needs. Without constant evolution, libraries will die out.